So you got an old fermented jar of kimchi. It's a little too over fermented. What do? Well, that means it's jjigae time. Jjigae, aka soup, aka kimchi soup, because over fermented kimchi is exactly what you want. Set up your boiling water in advance as not to slow down the cook time of your soup. To make the soup, you will need garlic, onion, green onion, cut off the tips. Now the white bits we're gonna cook with the onion and garlic at the same time. The green bits I'm gonna save for later at the end of cooking to cut into little pieces to put on top of the soup. Tofu. Now these pieces may seem small, but they're gonna grow as they get cooked in the soup. So now that's ready. And some shiitake mushroom. Buy it loose if you can, because it's way cheaper if you buy it loose. So with fresh shiitake, it's easier to deal with them when they're dry at first. These stems, which are really hard to eat and super chewy, can be saved for broth. You can always use that for stock, but generally you don't eat them. They're too fibrous and woody. Now that I cut the stems, I'll rinse them a bit. It's not exactly grown in dirt, so whatever materials are on the mushroom tend to float off pretty easily. So rinsing them in a pool of water is an effective way to clean them. Now that they are rinsed, you can roughly cut them, save those for later. You can also add the additional ingredients of soy sauce, wine, and sesame oil. Sesame oil is essential though. You're gonna need this to finish the soup, or it won't taste quite right. Now on to the cooking. We're gonna put a little olive oil and let that shimmer, followed by the onions, garlic, and white parts of the scallion. Let that cook till it's translucent. And then we're gonna add the kimchi. As you cook the kimchi, you'll see it go from translucent to opaque. And you'll also discover that the flavor profile of cooked kimchi is completely different than raw kimchi. The more sour the kimchi, the more robust the soup will taste. And now I'll add the mushroom and tofu, followed by the pre-boiled water. I'll add a little wine, a little soy sauce, and just let that simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. That's some good soup. Oh, yo, the rice, cabbage, tofu, very healthy, and it's vegan.